So there you go, here is my chain, and that's quite a lot of movement. That is definitely, I think, a bit too loose. Need to get a ruler, so hang on. I thought I just left my keys in there. Right, so movement wise, so 15 mil, yeah, basically 15, and at the top, it's probably 11 and a half. So what is that? That is slightly loose. That's slightly loose. So I'm going to get it on its center stand now, and show you the next step. Strength of a bit. There we go. Okay, right, so what you have to do, I'll just take you over here for a second. Still recording. First things first is we have to slacken off those bolts and those bolts. They're the lock nuts. I also have to slacken off this large nut at the side, and once I've done that, then adjustment should be fairly easy. In fact, I think I'm right in saying the bolts, the nut closest is the lock nut. The one in front of that is the adjuster. So yeah, that would make sense. So it's fairly straightforward. Let me grab some tools, and then we'll get that done. I'm going to put you on a wider lens as well. There you go. So you can see the job in all of its glory. That looks like a 12. That looks like a 12. Let's see if we can find the right size spanner. Could be a 13 though, and maybe a 19, is it? For the big one on the side. What's that? Oh, way bigger. Yeah, it's going to be 24, isn't it? 24. 24? Yeah, 24. Okay, so step one is loosen with the 12. So these are a 12. Oh man, are they both loosened? I don't want them both to loosen. They're not. Surely they're separate. I think I'm going to need to get another size 12, because otherwise that's just going to twist and twist. The annoying thing is I don't have another size 12. What I do have is this weird tool I can use, which when I show you this, you'll be like, I don't know what the name for this is, but it's a it's like a spanner end that fits on a ratchet, so that might be useful. Let's see. So I'm going to hold it with this. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Hold it with this, and then I'm going to use this to, I hope, loosen this. But it's on the wrong. There we go. All right, so now, oh yeah, okay, look at that, done it. See that? See, that's all it needed was just to separate these two. So these two bolts are separate. Can you see that? Hang on. These two bolts are separate. This is the adjuster, which as you go clockwise is going to bring the wheel backwards and tighten the chain. So that is the plan. To do that, let me go wider. There we go. So I'm going to do the same as I just did to the other side, because I reckon we'll have the same battle as we have this side. There we go. So now, there we go. Both of the adjusters are now loose. This wheel is free to move. The only thing now stopping it is, on this side, is we have this 24mm bolt. We're not taking that off. We are just going to loosen this. We don't want to take it off. We just want to loosen it. It's going to be pretty tight. My word, that's stupidly tight. There we go. Okay. My word, that's ridiculous how tight that was. Why does it need to be that tight? Wow. Well, I'm going to have to torque that back up afterwards, but yeah, for now, we need to add a bit of tension to this chain. So, yeah, it's obviously very loose now because it's not under any tension. So I'm going to add, now the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to try and do it, let me lift you up. I'm going to try and do it in a way that makes logical sense. So my little brain, I think every time I do a rotation, I'm going to count, and that should keep it level. But there's also, on an Interceptor, there are some, I hope, yeah, there's some marks along the bottom. So you sort of roughly know if it's in line, which is what you want. You want to keep this side and this side exactly in line. So, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go from like a 1/4 to 12 position. I'm going to take it up to the 12. I'm going to keep doing that. So that's 1 1/4, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters, which is like one complete turn. What's that done to the chain? Tighter. Question is it too tight? So I have to do the same to the other side now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should, now that should have made it about right, but I'm not going to tighten up the lock nuts until I take it off, and I'm going to measure the chain again to see if the slack is right. So just take it off the center stand, because now we're under the weight of the bike. I think I'll put it on the side stand because it'll still be under the weight of the bike. And I'm going to look at that slack. I think I've over tightened it now. I'm going to pause the video and look it up because I want to remind myself what should the distance be. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it should be 20 to 30 mil, measured midway along the chain, the bottom of the chain, 20 to 30 mil with the bike, with the weight of the bike on the bike, and I think we're at about 15, so it is a bit tight. So I'm going to loosen it off half a turn. It's very precise. It's a bit trial and error really, but if you have it too tight, the problem is that you can damage the teeth, the sprockets and stuff, so we don't want to do that. So to loosen, it's the opposite. So I'm just going to do a half turn on each side, I think. Give that a go. Yeah, I reckon when the bike's under tension, what is that? Too much now. Too much, I think. 20 mil, a little bit more than 20 mil. C'est magnifique. I'm going to tighten it up again. And then all we need to do is work out what the torque setting needs to be for that far side axle bolt. Okay, so magic number is 70 Newton meters. So I'll bring this down a bit so you can see what we're doing. 70 Newton meters on here. So I know this is a size 24 socket. This is my new-ish tool I got a few months back. So I'm going to look for 70 Newton meters, which are just actually weirdly, no, it's not on it. 70, where's that? It's a bit further down. So I need a 24 mil socket, and then we're good. 24. Okay, so there's 24, and we are doing it up. That's the line. There we go. There we go, we're good. The genius who worked out, or who invented a torque wrench, honestly. Absolute genius. So this tool that I didn't think was very helpful, actually in the end was a bit of a lifesaver. Just doing that. Look at my hands. Look at the state of that. Terrible. Never mind. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for new subscribers. A few of you coming on board my channel. Thank you for that. You will be able to go back and see my entire journey with motorcycling. But yeah, I am slowly getting to learn this bike, although I'm really still not happy with the suspension. As I said in one of my earlier videos, currently I've got the Fuel X disconnected because I've had some issues with it. But Hitchcock's motorcycles have been brilliant, and they put me in touch with Race Dynamics, who have been emailing me, and I need to get this plugged back in and let them know so that they can help me figure out why I'm getting a warning light when this is engaged, when this is installed, and also why is it using so much fuel, because it really shouldn't be. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. But anyway, hopefully next time I take this out, the chain is tightened, everything's good. Really easy DIY job that you can do at home. So if you're thinking about doing basic routine maintenance, certainly making sure your chain is adjusted correctly is something you should be doing all the time. So before you go out on your bike, you know, the basic checks that they make you do during your test actually are pretty important. You know, making sure the steering is clear, making sure that the brakes work, making sure that the brake lights work and the lights work and the indicators work, checking the tires, making sure there's no damage there, and also checking the chain. Have I forgotten anything? I can't remember now. But yeah, thank you so much. If you've got any questions or comments, then drop them down below, and hopefully I've got another video coming out soon. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Until then, keep the rubber side down and the rider side up.